इतना सफर है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सफर है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानपुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Good afternoon, one and all. Franchise India welcomes each one of you to Business Opportunity Over Chai webinar series. Franchise India, the brand which was established in 1999, helping all international and national clients for their business expansion. We have helped thousands of investors in getting the right business solution from us. We are among top 10 management consulting companies in India, and we truly claim that no one sells more business than us. We welcome each one of you to the webinar series where we are a representing brand which comes from F&B category. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir, along with our second panel member, Sonia ma'am. During the course of the webinar, we'll take you through the entire journey of brand as well as we'll take all your queries. The brand which we are presenting you today is Chai Central, and it is our privilege to welcome and invite Ms. Shweta and Mr. Sushil who will talk about this brand. Chai Central, it's a quick service restaurant and they are specialized and known for their tea. Thank you so much, Shweta. Thank you so much, Sushil sir, for joining in today. We know you are at your outlet. So we'll start with a formal presentation and then we would like to take a virtual tour of your beautiful outlet. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Archana, for a beautiful introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shweta here. And
I'm Sushil.
So we'll start with our presentation now. Little about me. I am Shweta Jashnani here. I am a software...
Shweta, can we go full screen? I think we'll have a better visibility.
Just a second. I think it's a full screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we do a play like this? Make sense, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Better
Yes,
now?
yeah, better.
Right, thank you. So I am Shweta Jashnani here. A little about me is I am a software engineer by profession, heading a real estate company by chance, and Chai Central is my passion. So me and Sushil together work for Chai Central, and till now, I mean, it's with a lot of passion that we have come up with a store. We have close to 8 stores in Bangalore, and we are looking forward to expand more with the hope that Franchise India is the go-to place to help us with the franchise expansion. Sushil will be taking over and telling him.
Yeah, I am full-time into Chai Central and I'm a MBA in marketing. It has been a 2.5 years journey that we have started with the first outlet, and now we are running 8 successful outlets across Bangalore. And we want to expand it first to South India and then to Pan India. So the platform what we got from Franchise India was, and the support what we are getting from Franchisee India is amazing. So we are looking out to expand in a full way, expand all out. So we have set the stores, the base is set. Now we want to fly. So I think this is the platform and the right forum where we can. We have got 2 options, by the way, that we are offering our running stores also. If somebody wants to take that, it's a plug and play. We have nurtured the baby from childhood to adult stage, and now we want somebody to take care of the baby. And the reason why we are giving our running stores also is that we want to expand all across. So that's the reason. And we would be really sorry for the excuse that we are sitting at the outlet and we will be receiving orders. So there will be a sound.
There'll be a little bit of disturbance because we are in the outlet and people will be coming and going. So
if there is any inconvenience caused, we are really sorry for that.
Okay, so coming to the parent company of Chai Central.
Chai Central is under the parent company with the name of Zilong Private Limited, where we both are the directors, and we have 2 more directors in the company as of now. And we are operating with the brand name of Chai Central, which is already given for trademark registration.
So as I already mentioned that we have 8 locations across all the prominent places of Bangalore. We have in Forum Neighborhood Mall, In Orbit Mall, Munnekolal, RMZ Yelanka, one of the most prime mall in the north side. And we have a beautiful cafe lounge where we are sitting right now. It's in Cunningham Road. And we have our first ever, when we started off, it's in RT Nagar. Out of these 8 stores, just last 2 months, we were able to give 2 stores on franchisee. So it went on franchisee via the campaign that was run on Facebook, via the leads that we got, and we got it converted. So this is the outlets that we have, and because of COVID, the kind of safety measures that we have taken is immense. We make sure that the place is properly sanitized and our staff is up to the mark and taking care of every aspect that is required in today's time. So coming to what we are into, it's actually more like we serve 16 varieties of tea, which include ginger tea, clove tea, pepper tea, green tea, Chai Central Special, Elaichi tea. So there are 16 varieties of tea, and we have a list of dry snacks, upma, poha, ready to make upma, poha, which is like in a matter of 2 minutes, we are able to serve our clients. Then we have potato twisters, many of the dry snacks items, donuts are there, puffs are there. And then we have Maggi, sandwiches, different kind of sandwiches, cheese chili sandwich, Bombay sandwich. So there is a list of dry snack item that we serve along with the tea. We also have a different kind of shakes that we deal into. It is a Kit Kat shake, Oreo shake. So the list of cold beverages are also there, along with a list of lassi items. So we have, sorry?
Iced teas.
Iced teas, iced teas as well. Lassi items and iced teas, peach iced tea, lemon iced tea. So it's a wide range of menu that we are dealing with.
So you can say altogether a SKU of 75 items that we have. And recently we have introduced parathas, which is hot selling items online, especially to cater the requirement of lunch hours. Because for a tea brand, lunch hours is the slack period. So we wanted to fill up that gap. Because of that reason, we have introduced 4-5 varieties of parathas, which are really doing very well online as well as offline.
And coming on to why Chai Central, see, we are not just any other tea brand. We are very particular when it comes to packaging, when it comes to our creatives, when it comes to online digital marketing, our marketing, how much the operations that we take care, day-to-day operations are not just like not just like that. It is a particular proper process that we follow. There is a lot of amount and lot of marketing that is being done on the digital marketing forum. The packaging is unique. I would like to show you some of the packaging that we have here and what makes us stand apart. So this is the tea flask that we have. Like for online deliveries, this makes sure that the tea is, there's aluminum foil here, so this makes sure that the tea is hot at least for the next 30 minutes while it's in transit to delivery. This is the packaging that we have, which is a very, very catchy packaging.
And this has the variety of teas that we serve.
These are the varieties of tea that we serve: the ginger tea, elaichi tea, whatever tea is going. So we just tick mark that. That's one of the easiest way for the customer to make out. Then we have these cups. The cups are properly branded, and these are the cups of Chai Central. The packaging is, we take care of everything from, we make sure that everything is very customized so that it's a brand where people can, it starts registering in people's mind that this is from Chai Central. So this is the bottle that we have, the water bottle that we sell here.
Shake, iced tea and lassi.
This is the for the iced tea and the lassi and the shake. These are the glass bottles that we have. So these are some of the items, and the we are going all in for the packaging of our food boxes, tissue paper. So there is a change that we will see in the food packaging also, the kind of quirky designs that are coming in. And this is the next. Now let's talk about the figures. So now this is a forum where we are, wanting to give franchisee running stores or maybe new stores. So the numbers involved, what is the total amount? So Sushil will take care of this and he'll talk about the numbers here.
See the numbers.
Yeah.
See, we have got different options, but the most running option and the option what we would like our franchisee partner to opt for is a small kiosk, so that the operational cost is as low as possible to make profits or to make them come to the break even as soon as possible. So normally what we are looking out is to have a store of at least 100 square feet, 100 to 150 square feet. It can be a kiosk, it can be a shop, a small shop, or in a mall or on a roadside or in a very prominent area. So we don't require much of an area. It has to be between 100 to 150 square feet. The overall investment, what it will be required is somewhere around 12.5 lakhs, which includes each and every item. Just to give you a breakup about that, infrastructure cost, if we need to build up a kiosk, then the expenses might be up to 12.5 lakhs. But if it is a shop wherein there are walls, so the expenses might go down. So the infrastructure cost, what we have considered is 2.7 lakhs. Equipment cost, which includes each and every item which the kitchen requires, starting from a front display unit to inductions to having the machines which will keep the tea hot, including the grillers and everything. The equipment cost comes up to 4.9 lakhs approximately. It can be up and down, plus or minus 50,000 here and there. The chances of it coming down is more rather than going up. Business promotion and other expenses we have included, we have taken into consideration, it's 1.9, and franchisee fees 3 lakh rupees that we are going to charge for this kind of a format. If you go for a cafe format, yes, the franchisee fee and the cost will go up. We have considered the average customer fall as 65. So the monthly customers who are going to visit our outlet will be somewhere around 2,000 customers approximately, with a billing of say 100 rupees. If a customer is coming and doing a billing of on an average 100 rupees, then the monthly revenue will be 1.95 lakh. And if this way the process goes on, this is the average for the first month. If you take a 10% increase, it will go to 2.4, and the third month it will go up to 2.7, and so on, 3 and 3.15. There will be a gradual increase as far as the business is concerned, month on month. So the total revenue generated in the first year would be 40 lakhs, In the second year, we have assumed that the business generation would be somewhere around 50. In the third, it will be 57 point some change. In the fourth year, 64, and so on. So we have considered all the expenses also as far as the revenue generation is concerned. If we talk about the first year, the revenue generation would be of 40 lakhs, and with the average monthly revenue generation of 3.4 lakhs per month. In that, if we 30% is the food cost, what we normally consider in our food industry, which includes the wastage and the damage, whatever happens in the transit also. So the food cost comes up to 12.19 lakh per year. So the gross income after deduction of food cost is 28 lakhs. Please. So in the first year, the gross income is about 28 lakhs, which I have only considered for offline customers. And in addition to this, we can have a big contribution from online customers also, like Swiggy, Zomato, Dunzo. We are registered with all the brands like Swiggy, Zomato, Dunzo, as well as Amazon Food, which is the latest entry in Bangalore market at least. So what we are thinking is that if a customer is investing in a new outlet, so in the first 1.2 years, they can have their break even if the area what they choose is prominent, for which we are going to help them out. If they have any place identified, we would visit the place and we would sit with them and discuss what is the price point that has to be kept, because a price point in a mall and a price point at a roadside in a prominent area shop has to be completely different. So we are flexible in that matter as far as the things are concerned and the rates are concerned. We completely understand the market and the kind of population which is there, what is the income, and we have already done our studies as far as the locations and the areas are concerned. So wherever we have options, we'll give the franchisee partner those options, available options, whether it's a mall or we have identified at least 8 places in Bangalore itself where the options are available for our customers to go ahead with.
Right. And also, if a customer has his own preference, maybe if he has his own preference of opening up a Chai Central franchisee in a particular place, which is convenient to him, we'll help him with the end-to-end setup, including the staff. If he has his own staff, we will train him. The setup of the entire place. So it'll be more of a plug and play, wherein we will be helping up with the Swiggy integration, food licenses, all the documentation which is required, so that there is a smooth transition from when he can, start generating the revenue. So that's the maximum support that you'll be getting from Chai Central.
So as far as the things are concerned, normally people face a lot of problem that how will I get my food license? How will I get GST registration done? I'm new to this thing. So end-to-end solution is available with us. We have the vendors who can do the branding according to our standards. We have a brand book available, which has to be followed. So if the person or the franchisee partner, if he or she is not having any contacts wherein they can get the kiosk done or the shop done, we can get it done for them within a 30 days time frame, 30 working days. It will be up and ready according to the brand requirement. The second thing is, as far as the agreements and local tie-ups are concerned, the food licensing, GST part, if there is any Swiggy, Zomato integration, if anything is concerned, within 30 days from the date of signing of the agreement, within 1 month, all the formalities will be taken care. We have a team who will be doing this.
Yes. So also we have a creative team with us, wherein whenever we have a new franchisee or new franchise owner on board, we make sure that the marketing for the particular outlet is done, and we roll out very good offers in the start. We'll help them with the creatives. We'll make sure that the branding of the franchisee owner stores is done in the same manner as a company owned store. So we take care, and there is a process already in place. So the franchisee owner is confident that everything is taken care by us in a right manner, and he can generate revenue accordingly. Now, coming on to what all we serve, we have our menu in place. However, this menu differs from location to location. So you can have a view at the menu, what all we have: cold beverages, we have the breakfast special, Maggie sandwiches, potato twisters, the tea without milk, the green tea and the lemon and mint tea. We have the iced teas and everything. The pricing will vary from place to place, as I already mentioned.
The pricing, what you are seeing, is comparatively very economical as far as the things are concerned. The only reason is this store is based in a PG area, wherein the footfall is amazing. To be very honest, we opened up the store in the month of June, and now the figures what this store is doing has even crossed the figures of a store in a mall. So in a mall, we have tea going up to 70 rupees also,
70.
because of the rentals and other things. But we decide the pricing depending on the area, as we just mentioned to you. And we are adding up at least 10 items more in the coming month as the summers are approaching. So we are planning, the planning has already started, and we have freezed on 10 new items which will be rolled out for summers at least.
So now coming on to our stores, this is how a kiosk will look like. On the left hand side, you see a kiosk which is up and running since the last 2 years, 2.5 to be precise.
It's in Forum Neighborhood Mall.
Yes.
And if you just enter the mall, it's right in front of the ATM. It's in the ATM area. So the footfall and the kind of response we are getting is amazing. And on your right hand side, it's a sit out store where we are sitting right now in Cunningham store itself. It's a beautiful cafe.
So the square feet of the cafe is close to 700 square feet, and the kiosk can start from a 120 square feet onwards. So this place where we are sitting currently in the Cunningham Road, it actually can take up to 22 seaters.
Yeah.
And we will, once we make the virtual tour of the place, you'll get an idea of how the place is made, and how much effort and how much love has gone into the place, so you can relate to it. So the next is our store. The extreme left is Chai Central, the kiosk that's in Inorbit Mall. That's again a kiosk of 100 square feet. Then in the middle we have RT Nagar, that's close to 250 square feet. And in the extreme right is a kiosk of 100 square feet again, and that's in RMZ Yelahanka Mall. And even if you see the quality of and the presentation is extremely very well organized and very beautiful to look at also. So the kind of effort that goes in, it's just not any other tea stall. It's one of the premium tea stalls that we have in Bangalore. And this is all I have to tell. And this is the presentation that we had. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shweta ji and Sushil ji. Would you want the viewers to go through a virtual tour of the outlet now?
Absolutely. I mean, if you have any questions, we can take them, take the questions and take the virtual tour later.
I think we'll do a virtual tour first, and then we can take up the questions. And what we can do is we can remove this slide and we'll spotlight you so that we have a bigger view of the store.
Sure. So you can spotlight Sushil. He's taking the on this, because he'll be able to flip the camera. So we'll make you go through the store now. Yeah. The entrance.
This is our store from outside. It's at Cunningham Road.
Hi. Can you see the store?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So this is the seating. We have these, hanging tables. If you can see, it's a beautiful hanging table. The interiors are very well planned, and we have these round lights also, and to give a look of the, chai place, we have uh, the cups placed on top as the kulhars placed on the top. And this is how the counter looks like. Yeah. We have completely contactless payments as well. Yeah, I'll just show them the menu as well. We've taken care. These are the kettles, and we've made them into plants. We put them into flower pots so that the look is like authentic chai place. Yeah. Initially, this was the look, and this was the look of the classes that we had, and then we've come now. These are some of the things. And so outside, any of the delivery guys who comes, the Swiggy, Zomato, so they don't have to come directly from the main entrance. We have a small sector there where the deliveries are happening. This is the menu of this particular store. Make a visit to the kitchen. Yeah. This is how the entire front area looks like. And now we will take you to the tour of our kitchen.
We have our machines wherein we keep the tea hot. We have fryers, we have grillers, and this is the things which are going on. This is our display unit at least 3 degrees. So this is the view from inside, and these are the things what we know in the kitchen.
So this is a look at a beautiful cafe in Cunningham Road, Bangalore. Thank you. I will just come back to. Yeah. This is one of the beautiful cozy area that we had made. This is more of a cozy corner, and we have a swing attached, and people can sit here and enjoy. So this is it of the tour that we wanted to show you. We will come back to the discussion now.
Thank you so much, Shweta ji and Sushil ji. And I must say,
Hi.
the outlet that you have done.
Were you able to see, Sonia?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, we can't hear you. Hi. Were you able to see the tour?
Yeah. I hope you can hear me now. Great. Thanks, Shweta and Sushil. And I would say you've taken a lot of care in putting this outlet up and very warm look and very clean, green. I see the plants on the top, and also you put small planters on the sides, and a lot of detailing which I see, which has gone in the entire look and feel of the outlet. It looks premium, but I would say very minimalistic approach that you've taken, very apt for the kind of target that you would attract, the millennials today which come. And also I'd say you both come with a big credible experience professionally in running the outlet successfully over the last few years. And
Yes.
also on the segment, tea is one of the categories, needless to say, it is one of the most consumed beverages after water and has a very universal appeal. And while, some years, until some years back, this was one of the underrated beverages until, we had maybe some of the leading companies which came in, and there was a conscious and serious, consistent effort to position tea also as a category and a segment. And early success of these names demonstrated that it was a viable business, and we have started to seeing a high, I would say, speed of departure from the unorganized segment to the organized one, because people are becoming very conscious about safety and hygiene. So I'll maybe recap Shweta and Sushil, and also because we didn't have a big screen on the financials, so maybe I'll briefly sum up on the investment part. So friends, currently they have stores which are operating out of Bangalore, and all these stores are equity stores. If I'm right, Sushil, these all stores are owned by you?
Six
Six.
of them are owned by us, and two of the stores, it just last 2 months they went on franchisee.
So you've transferred. So, so out of the 8 stores run by them, and they were all owned and operated by the company itself. They were equity stores. 2 of these stores have been transferred to a franchisee. So you all have an option to convert, and we call it a BOT, which is build, operate, and transfer. So if they've built successful operation of these stores, so all of you have an option to maybe take any of the existing stores which are in Bangalore.
Yes.
And there's another option of a new location which can be taken up based on the city or maybe the property that you might be interested to do. So Shweta, we've talked about a setup of 12 lakhs, and this setup is 100 square feet, and the outlet that we see is comparatively bigger. This is not a kiosk, right? So the smaller setup we talked about is about 100 square feet of space for a kiosk that is required, and investment of 12 lakhs, which is bifurcated in equipment. Some part of that goes in the infrastructure. When I talk about the infrastructure, is that the investment which goes in the kiosk, which is 2.7 lakhs?
Correct.
Is that the investment in the kiosk which is taken
Because
here?
we need to build it up from the scratch. So that's the reason we have taken 2.7 as the investment for building up a kiosk. And if it's a ready-made shop which is available, which has got walls, so the expenses might come down drastically. So there is one place where we can reduce the cost also.
Okay. So I'll start with maybe the smaller format, the kiosk. So just to reiterate, it's a 12 lakh investment, 100 square feet is the minimum area you can get started with. Now, if I talk about the breakup, 2.7 lakhs you said is the infrastructure cost, which is primarily towards the kiosk, which needs to be put. And there's an additional 4.9 lakhs, which goes towards the equipment, and 3 lakhs towards the franchise fees, which comes directly to you. And there's another element of business promotions, which is 1.9 lakhs. So would you want to maybe, talk a little bit about this investment? This investment goes to the company, which is you, or this is held with the franchisee and invested at the time of launch? And what all is included in this 2 lakhs?
In this almost 2 lakhs, 1 lakh material will be giving to our new franchisee partner, so that from day one they can have a smooth operations. They don't need to buy anything additional, like flask will be provided, paper cups will be provided, you can say tea powder will be provided. A complete setup to just run the store for 1 month worth of 1 lakh rupees will be provided to that partner. So 1 lakh goes over there, and other expenses are like registration of GST and other
Trade
license, food license, and other parts will be taken care of.
However, if the franchisee owner, they want to do them, do it themselves, they can also go and get the things done, because we have already done and already know the people, so it becomes much easier for us. Hence, if they want to take an option of doing it themselves, we don't mind.
So that cost will be reduced. That is not an
What you're saying is you can share the specifications and design with the franchisee, and he can get that done maybe locally through his vendor, while you will have better prices because you run various outlets, and the pricing that you would have with these vendors would obviously be better than what an individual can get.
Absolutely.
Now, Chit, I'd like to maybe also ask, because you talked about licenses. Typically, how much would a license cost, and the GST, all that put together? Typically, what is the cost element pertaining to this one? If I can maybe have that explained, because I'm seeing a lot of locations outside Bangalore also where people are keen, and if this can be answered.
See, food license depends on state to state, so we cannot commit for other states. But in Karnataka, we can get it done for 5 to 6,000. Food license can be provided to the party, which includes within a span of 10 days. We can have a license done. Plus, the agreement for rental agreement can be taken care of. GST part can be taken care of if GST registration has to be done. We have a CA on board, so she can take care of the registration parts, and food license plus GST,
Three.
5 and trade license is also included in this. And trade license depends from area to area
Sure.
and from inspector to inspector. So the figure cannot be disclosed because it completely depends on the inspector in that particular area. We can have a word with them and we can close the deal.
Sure.
So all these things have been taken into consideration.
All right. And so, friends, the company will support you in procurement of these license or advise you how and where to procure these. Other question which I maybe want to take up is on the other model. We talked about the smaller format. Are we looking at a bigger model also to be franchised, or at this point in time we only want to promote the kiosk format?
Advisable. What I feel is 100 square feet model, or maximum to maximum 300 square feet small space. Because to maintain such a big place where we are sitting right now, the expenses are to the different level. This is moreover of a flagship store where the presentation is more important. So as a person who really wants to make money and do business, they will only have one or two franchise. So I would, and during COVID times also. So investing so much in such a store was advisable during pre-COVID times, right? I would not, as owner, would not advise anyone to have such a big store in current times. We can go with a model of 100 square feet to a shop close to maximum of 400 square feet. That's what my advice right now will
Yes.
be.
Sure.
Because
And what
in
will
the
the
COVID
cost?
times, we don't want our partners to invest so much and to wait for a longer period for the returns to come in.
See, also we believe in a lot of transparency. So one franchise owner who comes on board, and if he starts making money, right, with him only we get a rapport that he will be mouth publicity, because we are, a startup. So we would really want our franchisee partners to be very happy when it comes to revenue generation. So just a second, I'm so sorry. We would want our partners to be satisfied and happy when it comes to the monthly revenue that they are also generating. Also, these are the people with whom, once we get that link up, these are the people, they also would suggest their people. And this is how we build up a family, like how you guys have done, right? If we are happy, we are back with you always. So
Sure.
this is our vision also.
Great. Well said, Shweta. And just to reiterate, it's very important. Location is one of the important criteria for any F&B venture, which actually depends on, and especially for a format like a kiosk or a cafe, we need locations which has a higher footfall. So locations
Okay.
like transportation hubs, tech parks, even government offices, these are ideal locations for these kind of kiosks to be put. And today, kiosks and carts also need comparatively lesser investment than the bigger cafe, and also enable faster break even. So it's a good thought. Now, when we come to expenses, Shweta, if you can maybe elaborate also on the expenses. We saw an average of 1.9 lakhs is what you're projecting, which one can do maybe starting from month one. And it stabilizes to about 3 lakhs by the fifth and the sixth months. Now, when we talk about expenses, 30% of that goes towards the food cost, right? And how about the balance? What kind of rentals do you project? क्या rental आपका होना चाहिए एक छोटे kiosk का? Typically, how much are we actually investing in other, say, manpower? How much manpower is needed? Typical salaries of the manpower, and end of the day, when we take out these costs, how much revenue is or maybe income is left with the franchisee?
Yeah, as far as the rentals are concerned, I think this is the best time to invest in any of the properties because the market has collapsed completely. So there are so many places which are available for rent, and especially in Bangalore, people ask for 10 months of deposit.
Yes.
And now the trend has come down to a deposit of say 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. So there is a place where franchisee partner can save the cost, right? Plus, there is a good chance of negotiation. Whatever properties were available for 50, 60,000, now they have come down to 30,000 also. So we need to find out a place. We have also identified 3-4 locations wherein the rentals are in the range of 30 to 40K a month, and which are a prime location with high footfall. Places like Indira Nagar, places like JP Nagar in Bangalore. We have identified 2 or 3 locations already. So, and if the franchisee partner is having their own locations, nothing like it, right? And as far as the salary or the manpower count is concerned, we would be requiring at least 2 manpower, 2 persons to work in as a staff, plus a store manager, a senior person who can take care of the complete operation day in, day out. So roughly the salaries will come somewhere around 36 to 40K, plus the rentals of 30 to 40K, depending on the location, what the person is choosing. And as I told you, the food cost is somewhere around 30% of whatever revenue generate. So 50K of that, 40K of rentals, and 40K of salary, which comes up to somewhere around 1.2.
And how about the royalties? I'm not too sure if we did present that.
Yeah, so royalty, Sonia, we would like to have a flat structure where it comes to royalty. It will vary anywhere between 5 to 8,000 per month, right?
We want our partners to do the sales with a free mind.
Yeah.
They should not be worried that I need to pay a certain percentage to the franchisee owner because the brand is there. So we want a complete transparency as far as the business is concerned. So we would like to charge a flat thing rather than going with a percentage price figure. It
Or-
will give them wings to go
Flat
all out
price,
and
yeah.
do business with free mind.
Also, the royalty doesn't really start off immediately. We want our partners first to, make themselves, accustomed with how the system is operating, and they tend to get too much of tension. How things will happen. But when it's a 1 month or 2 month, and when they are used to the system, how it operates, everything, having the recipe book, everything is in order. Then probably 2 months down the line, we can start off when they are also used to the environment and everything. So that leverage we will definitely give.
Sure. And that's very important point, Shweta, Sushil, that you made one on the location, because I think Bangalore uniquely is one of the markets which has highest rentals with 9 months, in certain cases, even 12 months, they take 1 year deposit. And these times, when that amount has come or, that period has come down to 3 months, drastically, it also reduces your initial investment that needs to be put as a security deposit, on which primarily, the investor would not earn anything. And
Right.
second, you also have some locations you have shortlisted which can be given. And third, you also have stores which are profitable running stores, which are also available for a franchisee. Great. And also royalty, you're flexible, where the initial couple of months, depending on the potential of the business, you will decide a fixed amount. Because even if I go by a figure of 2 lakhs, which I saw in your presentation, 2 lakh is the average income one should be able to generate from the first month. And typically companies charge anything between 6 to 8% as a royalty. Even that translates to anything between 12 to 15,000. So you're very considerate, and we're looking at a fixed amount of 5,000, which will go up to maybe 8,000 if the location potential of generating business is higher. Wonderful. I'll take some questions, Shweta, now from the audience. I've tried and picked up some from already, but I'll go maybe case wise. Okay, great. So I have some locations. We talked about Bangalore because you're currently running stores there. And you also mentioned in your presentation, you'll be keen for exploring South. So I have Imran, who's keen for Coimbatore, Madurai. So he's like to understand if locations outside Bangalore and especially tier 2 are something that you're looking for, one. And I'll club another question, which is asked by somebody from Hyderabad. And I think the location is Maisama in Hyderabad, which is not a very premium location. So 2 questions. Are you exploring outside Bangalore? One. And second, when we talk about tier 2 or locations which are not as prime as the one that you're sitting on, is there a consideration in terms of the fee? One. Is there also consideration or customization of the menu in terms of pricing?
Absolutely. As Sushil also mentioned, the price that was displayed on the presentation, right? We even sell tea for 15 rupees, and we even sell tea for 65 rupees. So we will see the rentals, the place, and we will do a proper analysis of the place geographically, the kind of footfall that we are expecting, the kind of people, whether there is a spending nature, right? I mean, with the city, every area, people come up with a mindset. In Bangalore, it's a different mindset. People like to spend, right? Saturday, Sunday is more like people would want to just sit for hours together and spend money and, have a coffee and just want to have that relaxing environment. But however, there are very busy places like the one in Marathali that we have, which is like a small kiosk, and it's situated between the PG, wherein a chai is for 15 rupees only. So definitely, the menu will be entirely customized based on where we are setting up the stores. But in the current 6 months, we are actually looking up to set up stalls or open franchisee only in Bangalore, because we also need to have a process where we are comfortable opening up here, and then probably we will step up to South India. For that matter, even Hyderabad would be okay option. We don't mind going up to Hyderabad and exploring those options.
Great. I think what we can also do, because we do have people who are interested outside Bangalore, we can understand the locations they come from and see if there's enough potential for us to service at these locations. Another
The location
question
is
which I want to
having
pick up is on
potential what we want, then we are okay to go ahead with locations in Hyderabad, in Chennai, in a big city wherein there is a potential to expand really fast.
Sure, helpful. And how about the supplies? How are the supplies procured? Are the entire supplies coming from the company, or there are some local supplies which also the franchisee is expected to procure? And which supplies come from you, and what supplies are procured locally, if any?
See, all the supplies basically come from the company, starting from the flask, cups, tea, sugar, and as far as the milk vendors are concerned, we can have a tie-up. We already have tie-ups with them, and for groceries also we have tie-up. So whatever vendors they want, we'll be able to provide them, and they need to go ahead with the vendors what we specify. Let it be for Bangalore or let it be for a city like Hyderabad or maybe Chennai, we have the supplies and logistics sorted out.
Okay. Great. Another question which is very important, because we are in a delivery era. Everything is through the app, and we also saw one of the pickups are done by Zomato. When we talk about the overall margins in the business, what kind of commission structure goes to these platforms like Zomato and Swiggy, and is that considered when we've made this model? Because on an average, these companies would charge anything from 15 to 25% as a commission. So, what kind of impact would it have on the bottom line of the business? For example, if I'm doing a 2 lakh sale or a 3 lakh sale, how much of revenue comes from online delivery, I would say, and how much is the business which is captive from the audience in that location, and what percentage of commission on an average would go to these platforms?
See, 60% of our business comes from offline or walk-in customers. 40% of our business comes from online aggregators. So,
Okay.
and the commission for online aggregators like Swiggy and Zomato is somewhere around 26 point some change percentage, inclusive of GST, to be very precise. And now other aggregators are also entering the market, like Amazon, Dunzo. Their commissions are as down as 15% also. So there are places where we can earn also, and it completely depends on the offer what we are rolling out. Like sometimes we roll out 40% off with certain capping on the top of it. So the amount of orders do increase drastically. So ultimately we make good money out of online orders also.
Sure.
So we have taken care of all the workings as far as the percentage of discounts which has to be given. We have also considered in our workings that what is the commission which goes out to Swiggy, Zomato, and other partners.
Helpful.
So on an average, if you consider the entire scenario, the ultimate percentage what is left out with the franchisee partner is somewhere around 30 to 40% at least, after considering online and offline sales both.
Hmm. Okay, I'll take another question from the audience. Mr. Sujan Shivakumar, he says, "Can I pay the franchise fee, make the entire setup as per the requirement?" Yes, you can do that. We already clarified. And he also asked, how about the billing software? Will that be provided by the company?
Yes.
Yes, it will be.
In that included in the equipment of 4.9 lakhs?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. We have Mr. Ramesh Kumar, who is keen for Vishakhapatnam, and he also wants to know, because we're talking about build, operate, transfer model, and you're sitting at one of the premium signature outlet of Chai Central. So typically, if somebody has to convert an existing outlet, if you can give an indication, maybe from the outlet that you are sitting out of, and from the kiosks which are currently running, typically what is the investment one will have to invest. I'm sure these outlets are doing well. They have passed the gestation period. You mentioned June आपने शुरू किया था, which has surpassed the sales that you showed in the projections. So अगर हमें इन outlets को transfer करना है, typically what is the investment that will come to a franchisee? आप मुझे kiosk का ही बताइए, and maybe the outlet that you're sitting out of, उसका क्या average आपका investment which one has to make?
See, the outlet which we started in the month of June has already been given on franchisee.
It's already gone, actually.
And the outlet which we started 2 years back also has gone on franchisee. So I've got two models which have already gone, for which I have run the store for 2 years, and one was I had
6
run the
months.
store for 6 months. So the store has already gone. Now, if you talk about the stores which are available to give on a BOT model, I have got a store at Forum Neighborhood Mall. The investment for that will be nothing less than 22 lakhs, what we are putting, because it does really very good business, and we have put in our heart and soul in that. And if you talk about other kiosks which is available in say RMZ Mall, we are putting somewhere around 14 lakhs for that. Right, it is running from past 1 year. Then we have a store in RT Nagar. The costing for that is somewhere around 17 lakhs. And the store we are sitting right now, the costing is somewhere around 23 lakhs for this particular store.
Okay. So maybe just to reiterate, the investment would vary from 14 lakhs to about 23 lakhs, depending on the location and the business which these stores are doing. And we currently have
Yes.
6 locations which can be made available for our prospective partners, which can be transferred. And I will also request, everybody in Bangalore who's keen for these locations, rather we can also maybe encourage these prospects to come and do a physical tour of these locations once we
So
complete the webinar. We can fix up a date where we can request these people for a tour. I'll quickly pick up some more questions which I'm seeing. Okay, so what is the time of the contract period and what are the renewal terms financially?
5 years is the agreement period that we'll be signing across, and at the time of renewal, again it will be the same fee what the franchisee partner needs to pay.
So he pays up the entire fee again after the expiry of the contract. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Now
for
another
period of
question.
5 years.
All right. Another question which I have, while it is asked by Abhishek Talakula from Hyderabad, but can be relevant. He says that we have one franchisee called some brand in Hyderabad, Dosti, which is very similar to the one that you run, maybe concept. How can we cope up with maybe, he says the existing settled business, but I would say, how do we cope up with the competition? And if you want to give any competitive advantage, how are we better than the competition which is around? That should be helpful.
We are very soon going to become a brand which is there in entire South India, or slowly going up to come up pan India also. So on Swiggy and Zomato, you will be having a big advantage, because we will be able to negotiate more with the aggregator partners. So this is the first advantage, and the second advantage is the quality that we serve along with the branding. So it does matter.
The kind of packaging, the kind of environment that we offer, I mean, it comes as a package.
Absolutely.
And the add-ons like the snack items we have, or the offerings we have along with the tea, makes a lot of difference. So
And
that
I saw your menu, and I would also like to add, and this might also interest our viewers, the kind of pricing you have kept is very, very competitive. While I look at the look and the feel of the outlet is premium, very, very classy, but the pricing is as competitive as the roadside guy who's, serving tea and maybe the same menu items. Even a Maggie at a roadside guy would be nothing less than 70, 80 rupees that one would get. So I would say your pricing is very, very competitive, and it also gives an environment which is very inviting for people to come and sit for long. Great. I'll take another question from Mr. He's Blessy Benson. They stay in JP Nagar in Bangalore, and he would like to start a business there. Is there a location that can be offered to him in JP Nagar?
Absolutely,
Yes.
yes.
Great. Mr. Benson, we'll get in touch with you, and we'll also connect you with Shweta and Sushil after the webinar. Okay, I'll see if any other questions which needs to be covered. We've talked about the transfer of outlets. I have somebody from Tamil Nadu, and he's Mr. Rafiq Ahmed. While we did answer that you want to focus first on Bangalore and then go to other markets. So Tamil Nadu, Mr. Rafiq is open. We need to understand what location in Tamil Nadu you're looking for. And okay, without changing the origin taste, I think we have covered on the taste because all the supplies come from the company. So what they're asking is, will there be consistency on the taste of the product that we are offering?
Yes, we will
Absolutely,
be
yes.
providing them with the complete SOP and the recipes. Recipe book will be, we'll train them on that, and then we'll hand over the recipe book also, so that the same taste and the same quality can be delivered to all our customers. Let it be Hyderabad, let it be Bangalore, let it be Chennai. The taste of the tea and other snack items will remain the same only.
Sure. There may be one last question which I'm seeing. And friends, if you have more questions, you can put. While we might not be able to take all the questions, we'll fix up a date with Shweta and Sushil, where they'll come and you're more than welcome if you're staying in Bangalore to come and visit the outlets and maybe have one-on-one discussions. For anybody who's outside Bangalore or even maybe distantly located in Bangalore, we'll welcome maybe a tour of the location, the kiosk, and maybe a Zoom meeting which we can do for you. I have a question which has come on the 5-year contract, and the renewal fee that you talked about is the fee, the franchise fee which the franchisee needs to give. Will that be same as what he has signed in the contract, or will there be variation in that fee?
It depends on the kind of business the franchisee partner is doing. If they're doing really well, you would like to give them the advantage on the franchisee fee front also. It can be reduced to 50% of what they have given right now. Looking at the association and the kind of business that they are doing.
Okay, I will take another question, Mr. Vijay. He says, because a lot of our partners might also look for loan, while we don't suggest and advise people to take loan in these times, but he would like to know if there's any kind of financial support or tie-up with banks which can help them in taking any loans. Is that something also which comes under your purview?
No, as of now, we don't have that option.
Great, very helpful. And last is on, on the profile of people, what kind of franchisees, and maybe you give me an example of the two partners that have recently taken over the existing stores. What profile of people you think are the apt people to run a business like this?
See, first of all, they should have hunger to do something. That is the most primary requirement that we look out for in a franchisee partner. The hunger to success. That is the first thing, and they should be passionate about the food business. If you don't have any passion about the food business, you are not going to do a good business, and you will not succeed in that. Because if you depend on the staff or your people, then you are not going to make the kind of money or make the kind of brand impact that you're looking out for. Because we know it very well. We have spent 2.5 years just to build up our store. So we know each and everything, what is kept where, how it has to be prepared, what has to be done, what is the average sales that happen. If the sales are down also, what is the reason for that? We need to have a complete idea of what is going around and what is going inside the store. So a person who just wants to invest and wants to earn is not the right person to get into this business, according to me.
Absolutely, and that's a very important point, and especially when it comes to food, you need people, you need operators, you don't need investors, and that's
Yes.
make a huge business, and especially a business which is as small as 100 square feet requires the highest efficiencies to operate, which can only come if a owner operator is involved in the business. Very helpful, Shweta and Sushil. And before we close, I'll request if you can maybe advise on a date where you think we can bring these prospective investors. We have a lot of questions that we have received. I'm sure they need a lot of discussions before they would want to maybe finalize. Any date that you think you would want to fix, you are available based on the calendar availability. And we like to bring them on a call with you. And also we'll take requests from our investors who would want to maybe physically come and meet or visit any of your outlets. So any date you foresee currently which we can announce?
If, uh, from 28th to 22nd. Any of the customers can give us a call and fix an appointment, and are most welcome to come down to any of our.
You said
That's
28th.
tomorrow.
Sure. So
28th,
from tomorrow to
22nd.
28th, we can align the visits at the outlet. And can we also fix up a day where we also
From tomorrow till 22nd, we are available, and 28th onwards we are available.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll try and bring and seek appointments between 20th and 22nd. And after 28th, do you think 29th we can keep a day where we bring in prospective investors for a call?
Yes,
Absolutely,
please.
yes.
Right. Great. Thank you so much, Shweta and Sushil. And before we, close, I will request maybe a message from you to the audience, which is listening both at this platform and also live.
Thank you, Sonia. I mean, the kind of platform that you've given us to showcase our company, it is, and the kind of target audience that we have reached. I'm sure there will be many questions lined up, and we are hoping to get many investors on board, and we are looking forward to meet the investors. And thanks for providing us such an opportunity.
Thank you
And
so much.
now the time is improving, so we want the investors to take full advantage of that. Still, there are maybe another 2-3 months that the business will go back to the same level what it used to be pre-COVID. So I think it's the best time to encash and get a property freezed rather than waiting for the rentals to go up.
Absolutely, the rentals here in Bangalore, and I think throughout India, it's on a lowest levels now.
Yeah.
So any smart investor would freeze the deal now, as to wait for maybe another 6 months down the line or whatever. It's better to just
The only reason is because if we fix the rent now, it will be the same for
the
say
next
2
11
years
months.
or
Yeah.
3 years also.
I mean, you can smartly fix the deal that you can just say 3 years, this will be the rentals. And the supply, the to-let boards and the supply, the rental properties are like too much. There is no dearth of it. So probably this is the right time, and that's the smartest advice that we can give in current times.
So thank you so much, Shweta and Sushil. I'll also add, you're credible operators. You believed in your brand. You didn't open just one outlet. I'm kind of amazed. You opened all these 8 outlets. You ran that outlet and outlets for years and successfully transferred, these outlets to entrepreneurs who had the same, thought process and thinking, and which does matter because I've seen a lot of companies coming into franchising not having enough, prototypes also sometimes, and sometimes not even successful, and they venture out. But you've spent considerable time in, turning around these outlets. You've invested in the gestation time and transferred. So friends, we have existing outlets, profitable running outlets, which Chai Central is offering. They also have some locations, good locations at good rentals, 30,000-40,000, which Sushil mentioned, which are also available for you. And also locations outside Bangalore, for example, Tamil Nadu, Hyderabad, we've received inquiries from. We'll be more than happy to maybe reach out to you. And I will request Archana, we'll put our hotline number in the chat box. Kindly take a note of that number. You will also receive a call from our teams in Bangalore who will reach out to you. We'll fix a time and also fix a time with the team at Chai Central to have your visits aligned between tomorrow and Saturday, which is 22nd. And after that, 29th is a day that we'll fix maybe one-on-one meetings. If you wish to come on a call, if you even want to come and do a meeting, we'll be more than happy to extend any assistance from our end. Please reach out on the hotline number. And thank you so much again, Shweta and Sushil, for coming in. And congratulations to what you've achieved successfully in the last so many years of your hard work. Over to you, Archana.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shweta ma'am, for joining in today. Thank you so much, Sushil sir. We look forward to have great discovery day with you. We would like to thank Sonia ma'am as well as our dear participants who have joined us today. Please do connect with us at our business hotline number, which is 97176-83838. You also connect and join us through our different social handles, information on your screen. Join us for the Facebook page live as well as for all the recorded version. Join us at the Facebook page of Franchise India Brands Limited. That's the site you can go and you can subscribe so that you can rewatch all the previously done brands webinar as well as different submits. You can also connect with us, connect with the management team of Franchise India at their respective LinkedIn IDs, information on your screen. And tomorrow we are inviting you to join us for Business Opportunity Over Chai webinar series, 12 p.m. for One Stop Retail. That's the brand we are bringing for you. Brand which is successfully running 10 plus outlets pan India. If you want to join their journey, please do registration today so that you get the confirmation mail from our side. Thank you once again for joining in today. Have a great day ahead. Stay safe, stay happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Archana.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, friends. Bye.
Thanks, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care, ma'am.